Welcome to the rescheduled Massillon City Council meeting for Monday, January 10th, 2022. Originally scheduled for Monday, January 3rd, 2022. We have in attendance with us the following city officials.
Mayor Kathy Caswell-Perry.
Good evening.
Safety Service Director Barb Sylvester.
Present.
Auditor Jane Ferraro. I know she is on WebEx. Chief Deputy Auditor Stephanie Myers. Law Director Justin Richard. Chief Counsel Bill Bartos.
Present.
Chief Engineer Greg McHugh.
Present.
Community Development Director Samantha Walters.
Present.
Economic Development Director David Maley.
Present.
I see Code Enforcement Jimmy Johnson. And Street Superintendent Tom Bergasser.
Here.
Lois Johnson. I'm sorry, that's Jody.
Jody.
Jody, yes, Civil Service. And I saw someone's hand up. Lois Cotagides Boron.
Here.
Is there anyone else from administration that I might have missed? Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you and welcome to everybody in attendance with us tonight for our first meeting of the 2022 year, and it's going to be a wonderful year. I just feel it in my lungs. Under number 5 on the agenda is where the public can speak on any topic that does appear on tonight's agenda. And then again, under number 17 is where the public can speak on any item that did not appear on tonight's agenda. I'd like to remind anyone in the audience with cell phones, please mute them or set them to vibrate, as well as council. And if you're not speaking, council, please make sure that your mic is muted. Roll call.
Kramer.
President.
Gregg.
Here.
Harvick Smith.
Here.
Vern King.
Here.
Lewis. And he is via WebEx also. Lombardi.
Here.
Sloops.
Here.
Sneed.
Here.
And Barrett.
Present.
Roll call of 8 present in chambers and Councilman Lewis via WebEx.
Councilman Lombardi.
Yes, I make a motion that we excuse Councilman Lewis for this evening.
Seconded by Councilman Gregg. Roll call.
Gregg.
Yes.
Harvick Smith. Yes. Vern King.
Yes.
Lombardi.
Yes.
Sloops.
Yes.
Sneed.
Yes.
Barrett.
Yes.
And Kramer.
Yes.
8 yes to excuse Councilman Lewis.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Councilman Lewis has been excused. Before we move on with the invocation, I just want to remind and tell the new people that people that are not present in council may not be heard. If they have anything that they wish to say, I told Mr. Lewis if he had anything he wanted to mention to call somebody in the council, email it to Diane or to myself. Okay, Councilman Thayer.
Will you please stand and recite these words of prayer for the pledge? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory, now and forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Reading of the journal, Madam Clerk, are the minutes approved from the previous meeting and transcribed for public viewing?
No, there are not. I'm still working on them. It was being outlaw last week.
Okay. We're number 5 on the agenda. Yes, sir.
Councilman Lewis just messaged me and said there was no volume.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How about now?
He must have said yes because the green light went on his phone, but we can't hear him.
Okay. Okay.
He didn't respond.
All right, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. All right. We're number 5 on the agenda. Where anyone from the audience can come forward and speak on any topic? He said no. He said no.
Well, why not you?
Well, they're changing to that. Councilman Snee and Councilwoman Howard Smith, welcome. And if you have any questions, Diane knows all the answers, and anything I can help you with, anything I can help you with.
Caller 7 is trying to speak.
Mark, he said all he hears is a Holland user talking to a school house.
Also, while we're on a brief break, I'd like to remind all of city officials that if you are going to speak, you'll address this mic up here, and anyone from the community will use the mic in the back. Also, I passed these out for you to look at, so when it is time to vote, you'll have a minute. You would have already had a minute to check it out.
Testing 1, 2.
Broken up a bit, he said.
But he is hearing it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Third time is a charm. We are at number 5 on the agenda, where anyone from the public can come forward and speak on any topic that does appear on tonight's agenda. If you wish to do so, please state your name, address, and topic you wish to discuss. And please limit your comments to 3 minutes. And there should be a paper at the back table for you to sign before you leave. So sit down. Would anyone like to come forward and speak? And then know how long I should wait, but we're going to just move on. New and miscellaneous business, appointments of committees and nomination of council pro tem. Does anyone have any questions or concerns on the committee selections in front of you? Councilman Hurricane?
Thank you, Madam President. I make a motion that we approve the 2022 Massillon City Council Committee roster as presented.
Second by Councilman Gray. Roll call.
Harwig Smith,
Yes.
Hurricane,
Yes.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Slutes,
Yes.
Sneed,
Yes.
Barrett,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
and Gray.
Yes.
8 yes to approve Massillon City Council committees as slated for 2022.
Thank you. Councilman Gray?
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to make a nomination for President Pro Tem. I'd like to nominate Councilman Ed Lewis as our President Pro Tem for the upcoming term.
Mr. Lombardi is a second. Second by Councilman Lombardi. Questions or concerns? Roll call.
Kane,
Yes.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Slutes,
Yes.
Sneed,
Yes.
Barrett,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
and Harvey Smith.
Yes.
8 yes to accept Councilman Lewis as our council pro tem.
Thank you. Congratulations, Councilman Lewis, on being the 2022-23 President Pro Tem. Introductions of ordinances or resolutions.
No, we finished all business last meeting.
Unfinished business?
There is none.
Okay. Petitions and general communications. Bills, accounts, and claims.
Yes, we have a bill in the amount of $127 payable to U.S. Bank Equipment Finance for our December payment for our copier.
Councilman Gray,
Thank you, Madam President. I make a motion to pay the bills.
seconded by Councilwoman Kramer. Roll call.
Lombardi,
Yes.
Slutes,
Yes.
Sneed,
Yes.
Barrett,
Yes.
Kramer,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Harwick Smith,
Yes.
and Herman Cain.
Yes.
8 yes to pay the bills.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The bills will be paid and charged to their proper account. Reports of city officials.
Yes, we have the mayor's state of the city of address to city council.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor.
How do we go back to the
Oh, that's.
Here,
It's a little screwed. I can't see.
right here. Oh, that's right. Start from the beginning. There we go.
Okay. Councilwoman Kramer.
Thank you, Madam President. We received an inter-office memo today that I would like to add to the agenda. Possibly under unfinished business, if that's acceptable. It is regards to appointment to the board.
Are you making the motion?
I'm making a motion to add this to the agenda.
Would you like the, okay, second by Councilman Lombardi, would you like the mayor to explain it?
We can, she can explain it when we get under Oh, you have a pencil,
We already
we already
passed
passed
that.
that. Yes, please go ahead.
I'm going to ask them. Oh, we need to copy back.
Good evening, Madam President, members of council. This list of board appointments needs council's approval. There are board meetings this week and next week. And so the Historic Preservation Commission is Jeff Dahl, Bob Richards, John Picard, Jeff Day, and Fred Horner. And Parks and Rec Board will be Ted Sartager. And then we also need a new council member to represent council on the Historic Preservation Commission. And you all can decide who that is. It will be a motion and a second from council.
Councilman Marty?
I'd like to make a motion to consider Councilman Therrick for that position.
Who?
Councilman Therrick?
Is that a second? Councilman Garrett, any objections to that?
No, Madam President, thank you.
Okay, is that something that we vote on or roll call?
Do you want to do all of them together?
We can. Councilman Garrett?
Thank you, Madam President. So based on this information, under Historical Preservation Commission, Jeff Dahl, Bob Richards, John Picard, Jeff Day, Fred Horner, and Jim Ferret. And then under Parks and Recreation, Board, Ted Sartager. So I took the hand.
Are you including him so we can go back once a month?
Yes, I already stated his name. Under Historic Preservation.
Roll call?
Slutes,
Yes.
Sneed,
Yes.
Barrett,
Abstain.
Kramer,
Yes.
Gregg,
Yes.
Harwick Smith,
Yes.
Herb Kane,
Yes.
and Lombardi.
Yes.
7 yes and 1 abstention to appoint the said members to the Historic Preservation Commission and said member to the Parks and Recreation Board.
Thank you. 7-1 and 1 abstention. And it's passed. Okay. Anything else? Okay, go ahead. Mayor?
Just want to make sure David's ready.
Are you ready, Dave?
Good evening, Madam President, members of council, directors, and all those who have joined the call tonight. It is an honor to be the mayor of Massillon, and together we have accomplished so much. To the directors and staff, you are our greatest asset. Thank you to each one of you for your work ethic and always placing our citizens first. Thank you for coming to work every day to make life better for our residents. Thank you to Pastor Barry Carter, our chaplain. When there's ever a special event, an emergency, a special day in our city, he is always there to celebrate, offer prayers, words of encouragement, or congratulations. Thank you, Pastor. To council, thank you for your support throughout the last year on our projects as we must continue to work together to provide our citizens with the proper maintenance of our infrastructure, to improve our neighborhoods, to retain our businesses, to create and execute projects, to provide enhancements in our city, and to create new jobs to make Massillon the best it can be. Tonight, I am excited to provide the 2021 State of the City. The year 2021 continued to be a year that had a rocky start. Then a touch of normalcy and then reverted to a questionable time with COVID-19 and all its variants. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to remember all the people who we lost and who lost a loved one this past year. We could just take a moment of silence, please. Thank you. You are in our thoughts and our prayers. The entire year was not lost. The middle of the year was normal as we reopened in June, and we hosted the Memorial Day Parade, Summer Concert Series, Independence Day Celebration, Kids Fest, our Tiger Rally, the Beat McKinley Parade, the Christmas Parade, and Light Up Downtown Massillon. We did enjoy fun and exciting events in 2021, and I'd like to thank all of our businesses and community organizations who helped to make this year a special year in our city. We have an incredibly special city with incredibly special people who chose Massillon as their home. It is our job to work hard together to make Massillon even better than it is today for our children and our grandchildren. I'd like to thank Council President Claudette Eisnick, Council Pro Tem, and Councilman at Large Ed Lewis, Ward 1, Mark Lombardi, Ward 2, Jim Therick, 3, Mike Gray, 4, Joe Creamer, 5, Megan Sterrett, 6, Linda Littman, and Council at Large Ted Hernkane and Jamie Smith. Special thank you to Megan Sterrett and Linda Littman as they will not be returning this year, and for the new members and the re-elected council members. The community elected you because they believed in you, and I look forward to working with all of you, and my door is always open. I'd also like to thank our auditor, Jane Ferrero. She is always so pleasant to work with and has done a wonderful job for our city. And thank you to Maud Slagle, our treasurer, who retired this year. She did an amazing job as well, and we wish you best wishes in your retirement. And our law director, Justin Richard, won his first election in 2021. Congratulations to Justin. I'd also like to ask the directors who are present tonight to stand as I recognize you. Barb Sylvester, she is my right hand who has been wonderful to work with. Barb. Frank Silla, Voting and Zoning. Lori Katagides-Boron, Budget and Tax Department. Jody DeStephanis, Civil Service. Community Development, Samantha Walters. Economic Development, and do everything that we needed to do, David Mahaly. Engineering Department, Greg McHugh. Fire Department is Matt Pack. Health Department, Terry Argent. Housing Department, Beverly Lewis. Streets Division, Operations Superintendent, Tom Bergasser. Steve Pedro is outfield this evening, and Police Chief Keith Moser and Tony Ulrich from our Wastewater Treatment Department. Could you please give them a round of applause for all they do for us? Again, you and the staff are the people who solve problems, help our residents when they are in need, and care for Massillonians on a day-to-day basis, and I thank you. This next slide, we're going to talk a little bit about the budget. Balancing the budget is easy when a city has funds to work with, and we have been fortunate the past multiple years to be able to have a carryover and to improve our city. Our city is financially strong with a carryover in 2021 of $4,424,714.39. And I will clarify that this number is not a final number until all the books in the auditor's office are closed, and then that number, the carryover number, will be updated. So as you look at this slide, you can see over the years we've added in the different amounts. When we first started, this is my 11th year as mayor, you can see we, David, if you will go back one, thank you. You can see we are in the red for a couple years, but the budget was balanced. And then we started to progress. $785,014, $1,009,000 in 15, $2.8 million in 16, $4.3 million in 17, $2.7 in 18, $5.7 in 19, in 20 we had 5.6, and this year it's projected at 4.4. So the city and the department directors have worked very hard on watching every single penny, still today, as we did 11 years ago, to watch our money and to make sure we have a great carryover. The next slide is the general fund revenue slide. And I'd like to review the categories with you. The income tax slide, general fund revenue slide, first line income tax, $16 million in 2021. And you can see in 2020, we were at $13 million. So a great jump. Our local government funds went up slightly this year. Our real estate and rollback taxes went up maybe $50. Other revenues, we're at $5 million. And in 2020, we were at $7 million. And so our total for this year was $23,497,127. So you can see we're growing our general fund revenue. This next is a new slide that we added this year, just to show you a different way to look at it. And so you can see at the bottom it says 2018. You can see the blue is our income tax, and then look up to 2021 how it grew. And then when you look at other revenues, our other revenues were a little bit shorter than this year, but our income tax grew. And our real estate rollback taxes, those are pretty much all the time, just a few dollars back and forth. So it's nothing really to write home about, but just so you can see where our funds come from. And our local government funds, like I said, they went up very slightly, maybe $75, $80 this year. The next is our income tax collections, and the income tax is how we fund our general fund. And if you can look with me at 2021, at the bottom, our total income tax was $22,972,000. The general fund was $16 million. Our capital improvement, we had $1 million in there. Street department, $2.3 million. And Parks and Rec received 3.4, and this is all dollars from our income tax that goes into these different funds. That's how we operate. Again, the next slide is truly just another way to look at it with the numbers, same numbers that you saw in the income tax collections on the former slide. It's just another way to look at it to show you on the scale that 2021 was a really good year. Our income tax collections over the last 4 years have increased approximately 15% in 2021. And therefore, that made the capital improvement increase, the street department increase, and the park and rec increase. The city is a healthy city. And as a nurse, I've always spoken about bringing my nursing background to the city, because we want to create a healthy city just as we want a healthy person. The carryover is $4.4 million, but the stabilization fund now has grown to $450,000. Every year the city places $30,000 in the stabilization fund to have this fund as an account that will continue to grow. And this is money that we use only as an emergency, and there's an ordinance that's attached to this that we have to return that money if we ever should borrow it. And there has to be a plan for that. We have not had to touch this over the years, and we'd really like to continue to see this grow to, I'd love to see it get to $3 million, $4 million. The financial goal we have focused on over the years is 15 to 20% carryover. That's about $3 to $4 million every year. We also want to grow the split. And so for our new people, we have capital improvement, and then we have general fund. And as you can see, in 2017, we were at 97.3, 2018, 96.4, 2019, 95.5, and 20 was 94.6, and due to COVID, we've kept it at 94.6%. The capital improvement fund is very important to the city because we use those dollars for projects or matching dollars for grants. So those are very, very important to the city. We're hoping that we can move that next year. Our goal is to get this to 90 and 10%. That's the goal. But we have to be very cautious with COVID because the economy can turn on, and we want to be prepared for that. Okay. The the budget is balanced and realistic. Our infrastructure requirements in the city are being addressed. The next slide talks about our new homes in the city, and believe it or not, we had 33 homes built last year with COVID. 2021, 33 homes being built. That's a great number. The amount for all those homes was $7 million. So excited to see people wanting to move to Massillon. Our residential dwelling alterations came to $4 million. Our new commercial, $4 million. Our commercial alterations, $8.5. And one of those projects was the Lowe's $4 million investment in Lowe's. New industrial was $100,000, and industrial alterations was $12 million, for a total of $38 million invested in our city. Another way to look at investment, there's another slide here for you to look at that. You can see for all the years, about 4 years, 18, 19, 20, and 21, you can see the residential investment for each year. And the highest year was 2020, believe that? We had granted COVID, and we had $17 million in residential, and then $11 million this year. Commercial, $12 million. Industrial, $12 million, and other was $2 million, for a total of $38 million that was invested. I think that's a wonderful number. The highest we've had over the years was $56 million. So between COVID, 2 years, we had some great investment in our city. This next chart really just goes over it, looking at it a different way, so you can see how we've progressed over the years. So excellent slides to show the investment in our community. The new businesses in Massillon. This is a slide, I know for all of you it's very hard to see. I'm just going to name a few of the new businesses, but the chart that you see is filled with businesses throughout the year. Chloe's Diner, Duncan Plaza, The Greatness Cafe, Hilscher Clark Electric, Crackpot's Comedy Club, T-Shop's Custom Gear. So this is outstanding for the new businesses that came into town. Again, I can't stress enough how difficult it is regularly to bring in businesses. This was during the COVID year. So outstanding, and we welcome all of the businesses to our community. The engineering and building departments are efficient, effective, and business-friendly to our customers, and this is especially important to turn around quickly for our businesses, and Frank Sella does an outstanding job for us. You can ask any business that comes into our city. They are very pleased with the way we can turn things around very quickly for them. The next slide we're going to talk about, if I can take just a moment, is our road improvements. The number that you see up at the very top is $20 million, and that's from 2012 to 2021. I'm going to start at the bottom because this is a really good picture of where we were in 2012 to 2015. $660,000 is all we could do in road paving and repair. 2016, $1.4 million. 2017, $1.2 million, almost $1.3 million. 2018, $1.9 million. 2019, $5,300,000. 2020, $2.9 million, and 2021, $3,495,000 on our roads. So I'm going to share with you a map next, and you'll be able to see on the map from 2012 to 2016 in the black. Look for the black. That's what we were able to pave in those years. Not very much. Not very much. Then we'll go to the 2017 to 2021, and we're able to pave a much larger amount of our roads. And all in the black is all the years from 17 to 20, and the red is what we paved in 2021. So we're really, really proud of the contracts that we had, and I'm going to talk a little bit later about our street department because they did some things as well. I want you to notice on this next slide where we have our street resurfacing. We had 2 contracts this year. Most of the time we have 1, but we were able to do 2 contracts this year. And you can see at the side, the first column shows the ward that these projects were in. So I want you to take a look at that. We try to spread out the paving throughout all 6 wards. It's not always equal, but our engineering department does a very good job of trying to spread out the paving program to include every single ward. And you can see contract 1 looks really great, I think. They did an outstanding job. And then the next slide is contract 2. And we were able to do even more for each ward. We didn't stop there. If you go to the next slide, street resurfacing various projects is the top of the slide. It should read for you. And we worked on Target Street area resurfacing, and that was Perry Avenue from 4th to 7th, and Pike Avenue from 4th to Euclid. For our municipal road fund resurfacing, we did Erie Street South from the Massillon Cemetery to Finnefrock Road. The Massillon Union Motor Vehicle Street resurfacing, we did Hankins Road from Valerie to west of Jackson Avenue. We also did our phase 3 for Spring Hill. And that was, this 2022, we will be doing phase 4 in Spring Hill, but we were able to complete phase 3 as well for 2021. And then St. Andrews Estates, we completed phase 3 for that area. And in 2022, we have another phase 4. St. Andrew Estates, Augusta Drive Southeast, from Augusta Drive to Cypress Drive. So you can see that everyone is working very hard on our roads, and our community has really given us some kudos for that. They're very pleased with that. I want to go to catch basins. That's another hot topic, great topic. Total number of catch basins that we know of in our city is 4,455 catch basins. They have all been inspected. Catch basins on the 4 to 5 list, there are only 60 left, and we will be replacing all of those in 2022. In 2021, we spent $460,100 on catch basins for repair and replacement. Over the past 10 years, the city has spent $3,685,432. That's outstanding. I get excited about that. That has been a big project over the years, and that everyone's done an excellent job. Okay, now I'm going to talk a little bit about the street department, because the street department also did some work in the city. We completed 16 small street and alley paving projects, secured salt storage to ensure supply throughout the winter. It resolved 671 resident concerns in 2021 within 48 hours. And that was from the time they received the call until they resolved it. 48 hours. Excellent job. Streamlined operations for more efficient workflow in the areas of patching and mowing. Installed smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, and completed CPR training in the Department for Safety. Installed Massillon walking tour signs throughout the downtown area, and refurbished park benches throughout the downtown as well. Excellent job by our street department. Safety department. Installed speed detector signs at 5 locations and rotated them throughout the city. Installed LED traffic signals at 4 intersections. Installed upgraded lighting at several of our city buildings. The Fire Station 1, City Garage, City Hall, PD, Courts, and the Legends Golf Course. Also busy throughout the year with banners, holiday lighting, and much more. We keep our safety department very busy. Going to move to the engineering department. They've also been extremely busy. And I'm going to read these to you because it is a wordy slide, but worthy enough to go through each one. The downtown streetscape coordination and administration. Street resurfacing contracts, 8.88 miles, 202 catch basins in contract 1. Repair and replace 71 curb ramps. Street resurfacing contract 2, 7.82 miles, 179 catch basins repaired and replaced, and 37 curb ramps. Target area street resurfacing, 0.48 miles, 7 catch basins repaired and replaced, and 13 curb ramps. We did do the Erie Street South resurfacing. It was 0.45 miles with 9 catch basins. Hankins Road resurfacing, 0.56 miles. Phase 2 of Augusta St. Andrews improvement with under drains, 2 catch basins replaced and resurfacing. Phase 3 Spring Hill improvement, 692 linear feet of under drains, roadway repairs and resurfacing. Castle West drainage improvement, this is in Ward 6. 2,220 linear feet under drains, 2 catch basins, and roadway repairs and curb. And of course, catch basin 1, the contract we did was 42 catch basins. Catch basin 2 was 28. Phase 3 in St. Andrews, that was 6 catch basins repaired, replaced, plus resurfacing. The Dowden Trail Bridge replacement. We actually are responsible for a bridge in Dowden, and we had to replace the bridge. And that was 96 inches of culvert installation. Name and Richfield Drive intersection improvement with phase 2, the signalization. So you'll see there's a signal over on that area. Erie Street underpass. If any of you traveled there, looks absolutely beautiful. Planning, design, and construction. Municipal Government Center ADA restroom project and plans, bidding, coordination, and administration. The Renaissance of Duncan Plaza, survey, underground utility, investigation, bidding, coordination, and administration. Erie Street and Tremont parking lot, resurfacing, striping, and new lighting. Diamond Court Street improvement, planning, design, and survey. Burton Avenue Northeast, stormwater modeling survey. Wales Road widening project, planning, design, and coordination. Warmington Road widening project, planning, design, and survey. Billington Way infrastructure improvement phase 3, planning, design, and survey. State Route 21 corridor safety study, ODOT planning and coordination. The Tuscarawas River, planning, design, and survey. North Erie Canal storm sewer, planning, design, and survey. Hills and Dales storm sewer replacement, planning, design, and survey. Simple sanitary sewer replacement, planning, design, and survey. The Rec Center Aquatics Rehab Design Build, planning, bidding, and design. And the Living Infrastructure Project, ACOE, planning and coordination. They also modified the display addressing permit maps and infrastructure updates on the GIS mapping. Engineering 3, it's at the top of your slide. The subdivision. There are several areas that are building new allotments or adding on to the allotments. And Augusta Lakes Phase 3 is under construction, and they will have 29 lots. Country View Meadows Phase 2, construction 31 lots. Glick Home Sites, planning and review, will have 4 lots. Villa Soul Development construction, 4 lots, plus condominiums. Westbrook Estates Phase 5, construction, 7 lots. Canyon Creek Phase 2 and 3, 28 lots. Planning, review, and construction for Canyon Creek. We also had utility work done by First Energy and AT&T on Wales Road. Aqua Water, they replaced pipe on Carlene 32nd Street, Ruby, Carson, 1st Street Southeast, and Walnut Southwest. And Dominion Energy also did work on 1st Street Northeast, Ohio, David, Erdel, Willard, Amherst Northeast, and the Wales Road Improvement Project. This next slide is a picture of the wards and where these developments are. So you can see very easily, instead of trying to figure out on a huge ward map, we shrunk this down so you could see exactly where these allotment developments are. And I'm not going to go over them again, but that's just for your review. So a total of 103 lots available, and that's outstanding to bring more people into our city to choose Massillon for their homes. The next slide is our neighborhood capital repair list. And this was about $375,000 additional dollars. And I think this is extremely important because I want you to know that we're in the neighborhoods fixing problems. So Amherst Road and Hamilton Road, we did roadway repairs. 1044 24th Street, curb, gutter, and catch basins, and a 70-foot pipe. 1124 23rd Street, we adjusted a buried MH to grade. Langdale and Greatleaf, concrete roadway repairs. 25th and Chauncey, we installed a 80-foot storm pipe and 2 catch basins. Valleywood and Sawmill, northeast, storm pipe repairs, 12-inch. Marion Avenue, 24-inch pipe and an 80-foot pipe, 80-foot pipe was placed in the ditch. Grosvenor Carver, northwest, we had a sinkhole. 824 Hemlock, sanitary sewer repair. 6th Street, southwest, an alley repair, sanitary sewer line. 801 Bernard, southwest, repair storm sewer line. 2690 Linda Lane, repair storm sewer line. 2375 Augusta Drive, southeast, repair collector storm sewer line. Byron Avenue Southwest had a sinkhole at the curb line, sanitary inspected, streets filled hole. 2135 Harsh, valve in the curb line. Bennington Northeast, water line in storm sewer, aqua. Brightleaf Wood Forest, roadway sinkhole, pavement repair. North Avenue Northeast, sanitary sewer lateral tie-in with the wastewater treatment plant. Erie Street Tremont parking lot was blighted. Nave Road, Nova Drive, add 100-foot storm sewer and 7 and catch basins. 17th Street Northwest, fire station number 2, curb gutter approach. Arch Avenue pump station, discharge pump piping repair needed, and Master Point Southeast, a storm pipe clean. As you can see, this is a great deal of work that goes on, and I'm taking the time to read these because this is what our staff is doing every day, working on these type of projects and solving problems for our residents. This next area, Euclid Avenue, water line, Lee Avenue, water line, Nave Road, grading east and west of Neal's driveway. Ruby Avenue, we added a 200-foot pipe and catch basin. Noble Place, repaired drain culverted driveway. 27th Street Southeast, drainage driveway, added a 70-foot storm and catch basin. Sawmill Trail, pipe to Fallen Oak Pond, yard drain, under drain swale. 721 Taggart, we repaired a sinkhole on the roadway. 11th and Beverly, we cut down trees in the right-of-way. Oak Avenue, pipe repairs, catch basin, and seeding. Erie Street and Forest, sinkhole and roadway, and replaced MH cone. Various manhole repairs, bench and wall repairs on 24 manholes. 18th and Milburn, pavement failed, street department to fix. 19th and Howard, pavement failed, street department to fix. Stoner Avenue, 60-foot pipe extension to serve rear lot, catch basin, 2021 street projects. 1235 Providence Road, northeast, mismatched pavers with red brick pavers. 12th Street southeast and overlook, 30-foot pipe, 12-inch storm pipe, and a catch basin. Grosvenor, Carver, northwest of St. Paul. Bernard, repair storm sewer line. Augusta Drive, repair collector storm sewer line. Linda Lane, repair storm sewer line. Hemlock, sanitary sewer repair. And 25th and Chauncey, install 80-foot storm pipe and 2 catch basins. They just have done an outstanding job that's, multiple things for our engineering department. I'm going to give them a round of applause. Our wastewater treatment plant, I'm just giving you the highlights for the wastewater treatment plant, completed a clarifier coating project that entailed the blasting and coating of 6 primary clarification tanks, repaired 31 manholes across the city at a cost of $927 each, and the total was $28,000, almost $29,000. New electrical storage building located next to the treatment plant. Community development. They're very busy at work. They hosted a 4-part literacy education course for the community, making the most of your income, understanding credit reports and scores, handling credit and debt wisely, preparing for home ownership. 14 homeowners received funding for emergency minor repairs, including new roofs, furnaces, plumbing, and electrical repairs, and handicap accessibility. 7 first-time homeowners were also allotted funding for down payment assistance and funding to do repairs to their new homes, ensuring they would meet building code and have a safe home to live in. 1 homeowner received a full rehab project. 2 new housing construction projects were completed by Habitat for Humanity utilizing the home funds. They also hosted the 2021 City of Massillon Job Fair in partnership with Ohio Needs Jobs. They virtually hosted the 2021 Fair Housing Annual Meeting, where they were celebrating 53 years of the Fair Housing Act. Where are we now and where are we going with the guest speaker, Stella Adams? Created a 6-part professional video welcome about series to be placed on our website and used as a tool to assist our community with economic development needs. Our sub-recipients for 2021, Massillon Boys and Girls Club, the Kid Next Newsboys, Conquest Services Domestic Violence Project, Faith in Action, Habitat for Humanity, Make a Way, Coleman, Salvation Army, Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery, Stark Fresh, Vantage Aging, West Stark Family Services, and the YMCA of Western Stark County. Code enforcement. Code enforcement is an important job in our city and a hard job. I'd like to thank Flex Stower, who retired this past year, and thank our team, Jimmy, Trevor, and Chad. As a team, Code Enforcement restarted our downtown safety program with a concentrated effort on the exterior of all commercial buildings within the historical area. They assessed $49,000 to property taxes for grass mowing violations, and community development completed the demolition of 5 residential and 1 commercial blighted building. Now, when we did the NIP program, we had 60 demolitions, and when we did Moving Ohio Forward, we had 20 demolitions. And we have also placed funds in our demolition account this year to take down more homes. And we're very fortunate that the state of Ohio has been awarded money for additional demolitions, which will be given to Stark County, and then we'll access those dollars through Stark County. So we plan to take even more buildings down in 2022. The Health Department. Massillon City Health Department became a Project Dawn department, providing Narcan kits, fentanyl test strips, and education to prevent opioid overdose deaths. The Health Department provided guidance, education, contact tracing, and vaccines to Massillon citizens to fight against COVID-19 pandemic, as well as provided over 1,600 COVID-19 at-home test kits. The Nursing Division administered 7,090 vaccines for COVID-19, child immunizations, and immunizations. The health department licensed 21 new food service operations. The WIC division provided 459 new families with nutritional guidance and supplemental nutrition for babies and toddlers. The health department also completed the extensive process with 400 plus forms to become nationally accredited, and we will find that out in March. Our next slide, the police department. They completed ethics training, increased the number of CIT, which is crisis intervention training, trained officers, increased the number of field training officers, increased participation in regional SWAT team. Officer has been assigned to the FBI task force. We now have 2 canine officers. Luis his handler is Patrolman Crabtree, and they work the midnight shift. And Loki is with Patrolman Wood, and he is the handler on the afternoon shift. We have an officer assigned to the Metro Crash Team, and 3 of our officers are school resource officers. I'm going to give you a quick story. On December 4, 2021, we had a traffic stop that occurred with a vehicle search. 836 THC cartridges were found, stolen firearm, and an undisclosed amount of cash was recovered. Congratulations and thank you to the Massillon Police Department as they do an outstanding job. We're also getting a new records management system purchased. It's already purchased, but will be implemented in 2022. We're utilizing CAD mobile computer aiding dispatching, and ballistic vests have been replaced. Our officers are trained in CPR, and they also, besides all of the work that they do, they organize the National Night Out, Cops for Kids, and they participated in Trunk or Treat. Thank you to our police department. Our fire department. Chief Tom Burgasser retired last year, which triggered the promotional process for chief, assistant chief, and captain to fill the succession. Also, 3 captains were added to Station 1 for each shift. Equipment purchase, we ordered our Quint ladder truck, and it should arrive in April of 2022. We also ordered an ambulance to maintain our replacement schedule, and that should arrive in January. The department updated and renovated the firefighter gear room, replaced gear lockers, providing additional better organized gear storage space, purchased a new generator, and which provides a greater ability to maintain the station systems and department operations during power outages. Added an online meeting and training capabilities that will allow crews to remain in quarters for some training to maintain shift interaction. They replaced an old flagpole. Station 2, they painted the apparatus bay doors and station lettering and replaced ceiling tiles in south wing living quarters and the office. Station 3, updated and added workout equipment for firefighter fitness. Station 4, repaired siding on the east wall of the apparatus bay, repaired cabinets and lockers throughout the station, painted apparatus bay doors, exterior trim, and station lettering. And I want council to know that a vast majority of the work was completed by firefighters, saving significant labor costs. So, thank you to our firefighters. I'd like to share one positive EMS call with council tonight on the excellent work our firefighters provide in the community. On December 19th, EMS was sent to the home of a 51-year-old male for a patient complaint of dizziness and chest pain. First medical contact was achieved by our crew at 12:43 a.m. An EKG was quickly performed and transmitted to Albany Emergency Department at 12:51 a.m., activating the STEMI, which is an ST elevation myocardial infarction, alert at 12:55 a.m. Our unit arrived with the patient to the hospital at 1:06 a.m. Upon arrival, the cath team was there, and the patient was taken urgently to the cath lab. Results of the procedure revealed a 100% occlusion of the patient's right coronary artery. Perfusion was restored to the vessel through balloon angioplasty and the placement of 3 stents. and the patient was discharged home on Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. That's outstanding. Excellent job by our firefighters. The next slide is civil service. They administered 15 initial entry-level exams, administered 2 promotional exams. In 2021, hired 30 employees, 2 for administration, 10 fire with 6 promotions, 2 for the health department, police department 1, street department 1, wastewater 6, and the Massillon School 7. Created an online application and job advertisements through the City of Massillon's website. So if you're looking for a job, go to our website. I'm going to quickly go through our rec center. Unfortunately, Mr. Pedro couldn't be with us tonight. The new kiddie pool construction is underway and scheduled to be completed approximately April 1st. Annual safety and equipment training were completed as staff returned to work. Updated weight equipment in the fitness room. Continued preventative maintenance schedule to ensure effectiveness. Our Parks Department. The Campbell walking path at Reservoir was resurfaced. Annual safety and equipment training was completed as staff returned to work. 6 basketball courts were resurfaced. All have been completed within the last 3 years. Champions of Massillon softball plaques were installed at Ganshaft Park. The program is in its first year, and we plan to add new members each year. 24 new picnic tables were installed in several outdoor pavilions. More will be replaced in 2022. A new fence was installed at Shriver Park. 50 teams participated in adult softball leagues at Ganshaft Park. 4 playgrounds had new play mulch installed. Each playground will have mulch replaced every 2 to 3 years. Most weekends were booked from May through September for adult and youth softball or baseball tournaments. And the legends. Annual safety and equipment training were completed as staff returned to work. 2021 was a record year in all aspects. Over 56,000 rounds of golf, up 6,700 rounds from 2020, and revenue was $1.4 million compared to $1.2 million in 2020. Food and beverage sales totaled $258,000. Many guests from this year already booked events for 2022. Golf course was in great shape all year, received compliments from patrons on the condition of the course, patched cart paths throughout the year. They're leasing 5 new pieces of maintenance equipment, replaced 2 front pillars on the clubhouse, installed a brick patio for golfers to report to the starter. And then the senior center. The first floor restrooms were renovated and are now up to code. New doors and a wider entrance was installed to accommodate motorized wheelchairs. New partitions were installed with a wider door. The floors were replaced along with new light fixtures, and the walls have been freshly painted. The Ohio Department of Aging COVID funds were used to finance the project. The balance for the painting was paid by the Massillon Senior Citizens Activity Club. Work was done by Stark Glass and Urban Construction. 10 new tables, matching chairs were purchased for the main meeting room. Tables, chairs, and carts for storage were also purchased with the COVID funds from the Ohio Department of Aging. So they put their money to good use for our seniors. Okay, I'm going to talk next about our Sidewalk Replacement program. I'm excited that the Sidewalk program last year was a huge success. The city assisted property owners in the replacement of sidewalk, curb, combined curb and gutter, or a driveway approach in 2021. This was our first year. The city paid 50% of the total approved project cost, up to $4,000. The total amount spent in 2021 was $97,224.50 for 46 properties between 5 licensed contractors. The average match was $2,100 per property. And that was for 46 properties, and we budgeted $100,000. So we would have hit that $100,000, but we had one person cancel. The sidewalk project will make a huge difference in our city and will be again available this year, and it will be coming to council. If it's not in your package tonight, it'll be there shortly. The Massillon Levee Erosion Repair Project. $22.5 million commenced in dollars. The project commenced in 2021 and is scheduled to be completed in 2023. The project will stabilize the geometry of the channel and the levee template by arresting erosional and related processes leading to loss of terrace soil and embankment. The Army Corps has worked on the west side, moving to the east bank in 2022. 11,500 linear feet of treatment, 7,500 linear feet on the east side, and 4,000 linear feet on the west. Stone berm with keys, tiebacks, and filter material. In that lower picture, you can see the after. That's what it will look like when it's completed on both sides of the levee. This was a very important project and will also improve the flow of the river and minimize erosion. And that was all through a grant at $22.5 million. Marketing and innovation. So those of you that are new here tonight, maybe in the audience or listening on the call, we do have a way to connect with our community at a moment's notice, and that's with our Nixle program. So if you dial 888 in your text box, 777-888-777, and put Massillon in the text box where the wording is, and when you're trying to send a message to someone, you will be directly connected to the city. And we can share with you when we have COVID kits, we can share when we have a concert that's canceled, we can share with you if there's an emergency in the city. So we really encourage our community to sign up for that. We also have a TV show called Massillon Today. It's on MCTV, and we are gracious to have Mike and Mike. They produce the show, and we'd like to thank them as well as CEO Catherine Gessner, who graciously allows the city to share the information monthly with our community. Thank you to each one of you. Our city website has been redesigned to be user-friendly and is also accessible to individuals with all abilities. Massillon Matters is a quarterly newsletter that is placed in your sewer bill that is mailed to your home. It has tips of what's going on in that quarter. Maybe it's fall and we have our garage open to take your debris. That would be in that Massillon Matters newsletter or other pertinent information from the city. We also have social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our city's website, where we also have a city event calendar that you can go and look to see what's planned for our city. We love our veterans in the city of Massillon, and I wanted to let you know that the city of Massillon was honored to be designated a Purple Heart City on August 7th in 2014. Joan Walsh and daughter Judy Fiddler brought the designation to the city's attention. And the Purple Heart, if you don't know what it is, it's an American decoration. The oldest military decoration is in the work in present use and is the first American award made available to the common soldier. It was initially created as the badge of military merit by one of the most famed and best-loved heroes, General George Washington. So the city of Massillon is designated a Purple Heart City. The city also dedicated a Blue Star marker on July 26, 2015, and a Gold Star Memorial marker on September 25, 2016. Randy and Kathy Enlick encouraged and helped the city to host the Flags of Honor in July of 2015 and again in 2017. Many individuals volunteered their time, talent, and treasure, and they assisted to host this event and guard the flags throughout the entire weekend. We were fortunate to hold the Parade of Homes in our city, and we were honored that we were chosen to hold the Parade of Homes this past year. I'd like to thank Joe Grace, president of the Building Industry Association of Stark and East Central Ohio, as well as Steve Smith, Smith Homes, Vega Construction, Hosteller Family Homes, and Custom Homes by Blythe. Each one of those builders participated in the Parade of Homes, and we also had many sponsors to make this event happen in our city. If you have not been by, please go by and take a look at those. They're absolutely gorgeous homes. And they really, all the builders made the parade a success. So thank you to each one of them. Next slide. This is one of my favorite pictures. None of us took this. It was sent to us. Just a gorgeous picture of our downtown. And I'm extremely proud of our downtown. The Imagine Project won 3 awards for this project. However, one of our goals was to bring people downtown to enjoy our community. And I'd like to thank our businesses downtown who have worked diligently to create a fun atmosphere with music, family, and friends. And if you are on Facebook or on any type of social media, you saw they hosted a SantaCon this year. So we had lots of Santas in our city in December. So it was great. They're really being creative and making it great fun for our community. This next photo shows the American flag and fireworks. I actually took this picture and I loved it. I wanted to put it in the program tonight. This was taken on July 3rd during our Independence Day celebration. And it's one of my favorite pictures because it signifies our precious flag and our freedom. And so, and this is right in the heart of our downtown. The city cut the ribbon to open the new Duncan Plaza on May 27, 2021. The project was a joint project with our Parks and Rec Department and Director Steve Pedro and the city. I'd like to thank the state of Ohio, the state representative Senator Kirk Schuring, Representative Thomas West, and Scott O'Slager, who awarded the city a grant of $750,000, and the local foundations who pledged grants to the city: the Paul and Carol David Foundation, Stark Community Foundation, the Hoover Foundation, the Altman Foundation, and First Energy. Thank you for believing in the project and financially supporting it. The plaza is the heart of our community. The newly planted Christmas tree in the plaza will grow with the children of Massillon. The concert series was able to be held and was a hit this year. Lots of dancing, community gathering, social distancing was very difficult, as you know, because of COVID. And so we're really pleased that we were able to allow people to come outside, breathe the fresh air, and enjoy the concert. I believe we had the biggest crowd ever this year, this next picture, to cheer on our Tigers at the Tiger Rally. And I just love that picture as well. Massillon is moving forward, and we have accomplished so much, and we have so much work to do in 2022. We've gone through challenges, and we've gone through blessings. Every year, we find more ways to become even more efficient and effective for our citizens. The administrative team's agenda is to make Massillon stronger, be attractive to businesses and citizens, to encourage people to move to our city and raise their family. Thank you for viewing the state of the city for 2021. I am confident we will work together to continue to move Massillon forward. And as Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for a very interesting and thorough State of the City address. Massillon has indeed had a very busy and productive 2021. Any questions for the Mayor? Thank you.
I have one question about ice skating this year. We will not have ice skating this year, but we plan to have it next year. We wanted to let our plaza settle for 1 year, and we're working on, we've already assessed several different companies, but there's one more that I'd really like to check out before we make our decision, and we'll be doing that next week. And then we'll get back to you on who we're going to select. But Massillon will have ice skating in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to reports of committees. Our next work session will be tonight, right after this meeting. Resolutions and requests of council members. Does anyone have anything? Call the calendar, there's nothing. No third reading ordinances, no second reading ordinances or resolutions. We are now at number 17 on the agenda, where anyone from the audience can come forward and speak on any topic that did not appear on tonight's agenda. If you wish to do so, please state your name, address, and topic you wish to discuss. Seeing none, Councilor Barrett.
You want to adjourn?
Second by Councilman Lombardi. Meeting adjourned.